Good morning, everyone. This is Jason Dahl with AFS Financial Group, and we're scheduled to start at 11 o'clock. We're just going to give it maybe one more minute here as folks get signed in. I know we have some folks doing just that as we speak. I know we've got quite the beautiful audience joining us today on this Valentine's Day. Don't forget to call your mother. I have to brag for a moment. I'm usually terrible on Valentine's Day, but I actually got a bottle of Malbec wine last night and a package of alfajores for my wife to give her today. So we're going with the Argentina theme, since that's where my wife and I lived for a year before we were married. If you've never had alfajores, I recommend them. They're a delicious, like, sandwich cookie with dulce de leche in the middle, kind of a South American Oreo. What about you, Dennis? Anything exciting for Valentine's Day?
No, I'm no plans here. Just gonna be on my own, enjoying.
All right, excellent. Yes, I see some folks, additional folks are getting logged on. So excellent. So I think we will get started here. So just a quick item on asking questions. So please, you should see down the bottom of your screen a chat link that if you click that button, it'll open up a little chat box where you can type in a question. Please feel free to do that at any point. We'll keep an eye out for those and try to address those as we go, or possibly punt them to the end depending on what mood we're in. But we will address them one way or another. And as always, I think everyone on this webinar knows how to contact anyone on our team. So as a follow-up, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments. So once again, this is Jason Dahl with AFS. I'm here with Dennis Elias, and we are excited to provide you with an overview of and introduction to the Investor 360 and eMoney platform. And our main goal for today is to talk to you about what Investor 360 and eMoney are and how these platforms can most benefit you. We will start with Investor 360 and provide you with a summary of the three main benefits this program has to offer. We will also walk you through the initial login process. Investor 360 is your primary access point to view your accounts that are directly under our management. It is also where all of your historical accounts and tax statements are saved, where you elect to receive paperless or e-delivery statements, and where you can download tax information directly into TurboTax and H&R Block. All right, so we just got one note in saying they're having a problem with their screen, that it is black. Let me just pause for a moment to see if there's anything on my end that's causing that, or if there's anyone else that has that problem too, please shoot me a chat or a confirmation thumbs up if you're seeing the agenda slide. Sorry, just go in the sidebar here. Want to make sure we get this fixed for anyone. Let me see. So I believe on my end, and we're getting some comments from other folks that they're seeing it okay. So for the one person that commented that it's black, I'm going to guess perhaps that maybe you minimized the page or possibly put something. Okay, yeah, and we're getting the thumbs up from other folks in our office here too. So I apologize, but I'm guessing perhaps the one person that can't see it minimized it. So look, see if you can find it and bring it back up. And I should also note, I meant to say this at the beginning, we are recording this, so we will have a recording available to share as well. All right, so as I was saying, I was just describing Investor 360. Let me just kind of repeat real quick. So it's where you can view your accounts that are directly under our management, and it's also where all of your historical account and tax statements are saved, where you elect to receive paperless or e-delivery statements, and that's going to be a key point on today's presentation. So we will circle back on that in a moment. And where you can download tax information directly into TurboTax and H&R Block if you use either of those tax prep programs. We will then spend a few minutes and introduce you to eMoney and provide you with a look at how this platform functions and discuss the interactive financial tools this program offers. eMoney is your personal financial website. So this is where you can aggregate and organize all your accounts, track your financial goals, store important documents, and monitor your spending and budgeting. I also want to note that we take data security very seriously, and we are proud of the systems we have implemented to protect the security and integrity of your data. But if anyone is interested in a deep dive into the security details of these sites, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'll be happy to share info there.
Thanks, Jason. So as Jason mentioned, we'll start off here with Investor 360. So just to note, all account holders within a household need their own login. So just to clarify that term, household encompasses all account holders associated with you and your family. The main reason each individual account owner within a household needs his or her own login is to elect paperless preferences to lock in the lower trading fees, which we'll touch upon in a few minutes. So for those of you that already have a login, we encourage you to log into your Investor 360 now so you can follow along. Those of you who have not yet established a login, we've already either sent you a login with your credentials, or as a follow-up to today's webinar, we can send you the setup link. Additionally, if you've forgotten your login or your password, there is a link to reset either of these on the login page. When you first sign up, the program prompts you to elect paperless preferences. So it makes it pretty easy to elect them, so we encourage you to do so. And if you already have your login but don't have paperless preferences, we'll go ahead and show you here how to do that in a few moments.
All right, thank you, Dennis. All right, so here's a view of the home page when you first log into Investor 360. So as we mentioned earlier, this platform provides you with the access to current account balances and holdings, balance and transaction history, copies of all account forms, and tax documents. And it is also within Investor 360 that you can choose to go paperless. You also need to have Investor 360 set up in order to import your tax information from within TurboTax and H&R Block. I also just want to note a couple items here on this page when you log in. As you see here, there's this drop-down where it says All Accounts. On that drop-down, you can choose to either view one account at a time or all accounts at once. And also, I just want to point out under this Balances section, this is where it'll list each of your accounts, and it will show the current value, the total account value for an account, as well as the total cash available within that account. Those are just a couple items that I know a lot of clients inquire about. Now, perhaps the most important piece of today's conversation, upcoming trade costs are going to be reduced. So on April 1st, our broker-dealer, Commonwealth Financial Network, is reducing transaction costs in all managed accounts. And basically, as you can see on the screen, the reduction is you're going to save up to $7 for every trade. However, the only way to benefit from the new lower transaction costs is to have your Investor 360 login created, and once you're in it, to elect paperless preferences. So I'm just going to repeat a couple things that we've said thus far, just because I think it's important. So if you've never done Investor 360 before, the first time you log in, as a part of the setup process, you will be prompted to elect paperless preferences. However, if you are like many clients who have already set up Investor 360, you'll need to log back in and then go through the process of electing paperless preferences. And we're actually going to show you that process in just a moment. And just as a quick reminder, we do not have control over the trading fees. That's set by our broker-dealer, Commonwealth. But we want to make sure that we do everything we can to help you take advantage of the new lower trading fee.
All right, thanks, Jason. So even beyond the lower trading costs, there are other great reasons to go paperless. First off, it's safer and even preferable to paper statements. You don't have to worry about having your account info sitting in your mailbox or having to scan the statements and save them before needing to shred them for security purposes. It's also a great way to reduce the use of paper. We've heard from a lot of clients that the amount of paper can actually get overwhelming. So it is important to note also that you're always able to view the current and past statements online and print them out if you wish to do so. Additionally, every time there's a statement available on Investor 360, you'll receive an email notification. So as we look at the slide, we'd like to address those that already have an Investor 360 login but have not yet elected paperless statements, or if you'd just like to confirm that all documents are set paperless. As we previously mentioned, those of you who are going through the initial setup process will be prompted to elect paperless preferences from the get-go. So as you see on the slide, you'll first log in to your Investor 360 account and look for the settings link in the top right of the screen. Next, you'll want to scroll down to the paperless preferences section and check the box that says, check all account and document types for e-delivery to the person listed above. So important to note is that you are able to uncheck tax documents and still benefit from the lower trading costs. And also, just as a reminder, you will only see your name in the accounts you were listed on, which is why all account holders need their own login to select paperless statements. So once you've got all that set, you'll just want to remember to click the Save button in the bottom right-hand corner.
Awesome. Thanks, Dennis. Yeah, I just want to reiterate a couple points there that I actually believe that readily available on your Investor 360, they have going back 7 years worth of all account statements that you can download and print at any point. And if for whatever reason you ever needed a statement older than 7 years, we can always get those for you. And I know a question we've often received when people do go paperless is, well, what if I just forget to check? And Dennis mentioned this, but I just want to say that again, an email is sent out to you every month and every quarter, and whenever there's a trade confirmation. So anytime that something is posted to your Investor 360 site, you'll get an email to just let you know that you can click in to review it.
All right, so as we mentioned, once paperless statements are set, you're always able to view current and past statements on Investor 360, and this is done via the Statements and Documents tab shown here. And also, as a reminder, if you use TurboTax or H&R Block, you can import your tax information directly into these platforms. We actually have step-by-step instructions for this downloading process, so if you do use TurboTax or H&R Block, feel free to reach out and we can send those over to you.
Yeah, just to add a little bit to that, so you would actually do this from within TurboTax, for example. So if you're utilizing TurboTax and going through the process working on your taxes, which I imagine some of you have already begun, there's an option where you can choose to download the tax form 1099 information into TurboTax or H&R Block. And from there, there's a search bar, and you would search for Investor 360. And then you would log into your Investor 360 from within TurboTax, and that's how you download the tax information. But just as Dennis mentioned, if you ever have additional questions, we're happy to send you instructions on how to do that. All right, so now shifting gears a little bit, we are excited that in the past few months, we have added a really powerful new program to serve as your personal financial website. eMoney serves as a more efficient way for you to share up-to-date information with us, which most importantly in turn allows us to provide you with the utmost client experience. This software contains secure, comprehensive tools that empower you to take charge of your financial life with our team as your quarterback. This platform has your own financial goal tracking, unlimited document storage, self-designated budgets to track spending, and the ability to link all of your investment accounts for viewing in one place. For example, an outside 401k is a great example of that, where you could do a live link to have that all viewable in one place. And the first step for establishing your personal financial website involves us sending you an email that looks similar to this. I also want to note that these links expire within 7 days of when they're sent. And so that's why we don't just send these out. We wait until we have kind of confirmation from each of you that you're ready to set it up, and then we send it to you. But no worries, if the link does expire before you've gone through the setup process, it's easy enough where we can just resend the link to you. So once you click the Register Now link, you will go through the initial registration and login process. And as a part of the security feature, you will enter your phone number to receive an authentication code. You will next be prompted to set up a two-factor recovery phone, answer security questions, and then finally to agree to the software's terms of service. I just want to add real quick regarding two-factor authentication. This is something we highly recommend you set up for all of your important online accounts. So bank accounts, credit cards, for example, a great thing to do, even for email accounts, so Gmail, Yahoo, etc. So just basically as an added security feature to where if someone did have your login and password for an account and they tried to log in, but they were doing it from a computer that the site doesn't recognize, the site will send a code to your phone to provide for the second factor of authentication. That's why they call it two-factor authentication. And so you need that second code to then be able to log in. So just a quick sidebar, that is a nice security feature, and we encourage everyone to set that up. All right, so now the fun part begins within eMoney. As you get started, you'll be prompted to confirm information that we have already entered on your behalf, as well as enter additional information such as goals, outside accounts, and other financial priorities. Then, after the setup process, congrats. Here you would now see the home page, similar to what we're looking at on the screen now. And once we have all of your information collected, you will see all your accounts populate in the Investments tab. To stay on track, you can create a budget, monitor your spending habits, screen your cash flow, and see your bottom line at any time. There are interactive tools to show you how your cash flow and spending today can impact your lifetime cash flow and retirement goals. There is also a digital vault where all of your personal documents can be stored safely and securely all in one place. Additionally, I want to emphasize how utilizing the many features of your personal financial management website can serve as a tremendous, what I like to call a just-in-case resource for a surviving spouse, children, or family members in the event something unexpected happens in your life. So it's just a great way of having a comprehensive or panoramic view of all the important information in your life. And in addition, it's, as I mentioned in the onset, it's a tremendous tool for collaboration between you and our team, being able to share information, give us a more complete picture of your life so that in turn we can provide the most value to you as your advisor. All right, so we wanted to keep this to about 15 to 20 minutes, not take up too much of your time, so just going to wrap things up here in a moment. So as we said, if you already have your Investor 360 login, please be sure to go in and do that, to log in and elect the paperless preferences so that you can be set for the April 1 deadline to benefit from the lower trading costs. And if you have not yet set up your login and you do not have the login credentials yet, please reach out to either Dennis or Jensen on our team. Their name, picture, and contact info is here on the screen, and they'll assist you with the process. And in terms of eMoney, as I mentioned before, whenever you're ready, let us know. Reach out to Dennis or Jensen or really anyone on our team. Let us know when you're ready to engage this program, and one of us will reach out to help you get set up with the portal at your earliest convenience. Yeah, so I actually didn't say, but we had a couple questions that came in along the way, and those were actually some of the points that I sort of repeated and emphasized. So I think we're covered there. So again, this is great. We've kept it right at the 20-minute mark. So just want to thank everyone again for joining us, and feel free to reach out to anyone on our team if you have questions or comments. Then we're just going to check out one more time. Any questions? Yeah, so we will send out the recording of the webinar. Happy to do that. And feel free to give us a call if you have any issues. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.